Welcome back to Royal Chronicles, where we bring you the most compelling stories from inside the palace walls. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a story that has the British monarchy on edge. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our exclusive royal updates. Trust me, you'll want to stay tuned for what we're about to reveal. Here's a question that's keeping palace insiders awake at night. What happens when the king's loyalty to his brother collides head-on with the survival of the crown itself? Because right now, King Charles faces his most delicate balancing act yet, and sources say the royal family has just made a catastrophic miscalculation that could unravel everything. We're talking about Prince Andrew, a scandal that refuses to die, and a mistake so glaring that even the king's most trusted advisors are reportedly in panic mode. Stick around, because what we've uncovered about the palace's latest misstep will shock you. Let's be clear from the start, Prince Andrew has been a public relations nightmare for the royal family for years now. From his catastrophic Newsnight interview to his settlement in a civil lawsuit, the Duke of York has become synonymous with controversy. King Charles, in his efforts to modernize and streamline the monarchy, has reportedly been trying to quietly sideline his younger brother. But here's where things get interesting. Despite Charles's attempts to distance the institution from Andrew, new calls are emerging from unexpected quarters demanding that the king take more decisive action. We're not just talking about tabloid commentators or Republican activists anymore. Senior political figures, royal historians, and even some within the palace apparatus itself are reportedly pushing for a more permanent solution to what they're calling the Andrew liability. So what exactly is this error the royals have made? According to multiple sources close to the palace, the royal family has been caught in what insiders are describing as a visibility paradox. Here's what that means. While officially Andrew has been stripped of his royal duties and military titles, he keeps appearing at family events, particularly at church services in Sandringham and Windsor. These aren't official engagements, but the optics are devastating. The error. The palace has failed to establish clear, enforceable boundaries. Every time Andrew is photographed walking alongside working royals, every time he's seen at a public Sunday service with the king, it sends a message that directly contradicts the palace's stated position. The public sees it as the royals protecting one of their own, regardless of the consequences. And in an age where public trust in institutions is at an all-time low, this inconsistency is corrosive. Royal commentator Margaret Thornton put it bluntly in a recent column: "You cannot say someone is removed from public life while simultaneously allowing them to be photographed in public alongside the monarch. It's having your cake and eating it too, and the British public isn't buying it." The pressure on King Charles is intensifying from multiple directions simultaneously. First, there's the political dimension. With ongoing discussions about the cost of the monarchy and its relevance in modern Britain, Andrew represents everything critics point to when questioning whether the institution deserves public funding. Members of Parliament have been increasingly vocal, with some calling for Andrew to lose his Duke of York title entirely. Second, there's the generational divide within the royal family itself. While Charles may feel familial loyalty to his brother, reports suggest that Prince William takes a much harder line. William, acutely aware that he's the future of the monarchy, allegedly believes Andrew should be completely removed from any royal context whatsoever. This isn't just about public perception, it's about the survival strategy of the institution itself. Third, and perhaps most critically, there's the public sentiment. Poll after poll shows that British citizens want Andrew permanently gone from public life. Not quietly sidelined, not occasionally visible, gone. And every time he appears, even in a personal capacity, it chips away at the credibility Charles has been working to build. What Charles's options actually are. This brings us to the heart of the matter: what can King Charles actually do? The situation is far more complicated than many realize. Andrew is not just the king's brother, he's a prince of the blood. Stripping someone of their hereditary title requires an act of parliament, something the palace would understandably prefer to avoid, as it would set precedents and open constitutional debates that could prove uncomfortable for the monarchy as a whole. However, there are measures Charles could take. He could establish strict protocols preventing Andrew from attending any event where media presence is expected. He could ensure Andrew is completely excluded from official photographs and royal gatherings that have any public dimension. He could even go so far as to publicly distance himself from his brother in an unprecedented statement. But here's the tension. Charles is reportedly torn between his role as monarch and his identity as a brother. Those close to the king describe him as someone who values family deeply, perhaps even to a fault in this situation. He allegedly believes in giving people opportunities for private redemption, even when public rehabilitation is impossible. You might be wondering, why is this erupting now? Andrew's controversies aren't new. The answer lies in timing and context. Charles's coronation is behind him, and the focus has now shifted to the day-to-day functioning of his reign. Unlike his mother, who had decades to establish her authority, Charles is under immediate scrutiny about every decision he makes. The Andrew situation has become a litmus test for his leadership. Additionally, there's growing concern that as long as Andrew remains even tangentially connected to royal life, it will overshadow the work of genuinely committed working royals like Princess Anne, Prince Edward, and the Waleses. Every positive story gets buried under renewed Andrew speculation. So where does this leave us? King Charles stands at a crossroads. He can continue with the current approach, a soft exile that keeps Andrew out of official duties but doesn't completely sever him from the royal family's public image. Or he can take the decisive action that growing numbers of people are demanding, establishing once and for all that no one, not even a prince, is above accountability. The key error the royals have made is assuming that ambiguity would satisfy anyone. Instead, it's satisfied no one. It gives ammunition to critics who say the monarchy protects its own, while simultaneously not actually protecting Andrew from public scorn. One palace insider reportedly said it best, "You cannot be half pregnant on this issue." It's time for a clear, unequivocal decision. The question is, does King Charles have the resolve to make it? What do you think? Should King Charles take more decisive action against Prince Andrew, or is the current arrangement appropriate? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this analysis valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who follows royal news. And remember to subscribe to Royal Chronicles for more in-depth coverage of the stories that matter most in the world of royalty. Until next time, this is Royal Chronicles, reminding you that in the palace, nothing is ever quite as simple as it seems.